Hey Steve, I cooked the belly pans off and the skid plate and the wheel itself so I could get in to this aperture here, opening here, to see if any of these hoses were leaking and were loose. But there's no getting to them here except to look at them. And I could poke on them, punch them with my finger, and I cannot see any kind of a hose. I've got it under pressure right now. You can see it just kind of goes drip, drip, drip. And that's with the pressure checker hooked up. I don't see any hoses spraying out. So I went in from the front end here. You can see here's the water pump right there. And there's the thermostat. It's companion thermostat. And you can see these hoses here. But the actual connections cannot be seen until the water pump's pulled out. So you're looking at a redo of the water pump itself. And mind you, Steve, you see all this oil here on the belly pans? That's the same oil that's been soaking into the water pump and the thermostat. And I can see the hoses, some of the hoses are oil soaked, but it may be that the oil's killed the water pump itself. So if you've got recourse for a warranty on this, it's time to go ahead and see about the warranty itself, because you're looking at the very least a water pump job and replacing. Well, at the very least, you're looking at pull the water pump out and replace all the oil-soaked hoses, assuming that it's a hose that's actually leaking. But there is no obviously loose hose that I can see. And with this thing under pressure, as much pressure I have at Steve right now, it would have just blown wide open. But the leak has a consistency of almost like a water pump. You can see it's just sitting here, drip, 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 steady. So, and what I'm trying to say is, if it's an oil-soaked hose, it's not burst, and the clamp's not loose, that I can get to other than pull the water pump out. And so I guess I'm trying to look out for you and say, hey, if there's a possibility it's going to be a water pump, and to me it might be a 50-50, and it may be covered under warranty, and it's going to be free. Free is better than paying. So I hope that kind of lets you know where things are. Let me know if you want me to put it back together, or else you can call Joni on Monday and discuss it with her, and she can give you more details as to the cost to pull out the water pump and see if in fact it's just the oil-soaked hoses, or the oil-soaked hoses and the water pump and thermostat.